have taken games off of them before.
And to a certain extent, it did feel like Tupai Esports was trying to continue playing that chaotic style to throw AA Esports off their game. But they just had a draft that was so much more prepared. Tupai Esports didn't really have enough damage from early to mid, and AA took advantage of that.
Well, I personally think that Tupai Esports, what they were lacking wasn't damage in the draft. I personally think that they were lacking just the decision, the press and advantage, right? How far do you press an advantage, and what do you need to achieve? Whether it be EXP, gold, or positioning, I think that's something for Tupai Esports to consider in the future.
I do agree. We saw a bit of hesitation, right? Whenever they want to pull the brakes, they get isolated and they felt like they needed to commit. It's just this tug of war where for them it's damn if you do, damn if you don't.
Yep, and that's where A8 Esports, I think with the amount of experience that they have under their belt, they're a little bit more comfortable with these types of decisions.
You see the Fanny ban coming up from A8 Esports, Tupai Esports, most likely we're looking at a Joy ban somewhere down the road. Interestingly enough, in Game 1, we actually saw Kaja getting banned, but you know, Fire Mist was let through. A8 Esports have no concern over that Fire Mist, which was a big thing in their earlier series against GameLab.
Look, I mean, the last time I saw A8 Esports actually deal with the Fire Mist, and not from Tupai, from another team, they ran it down. They're like, you know, Fondir, take this yin, have a good time. Make sure you send the poor Fire Mist to a different dimension. It was a whole debacle. It was a whole thing.
He was able to do it once the entire game. Once was enough, though.
Once was enough. Once was enough.
That was the game where they won against a 14-3 Brody. It was quite a game.
That was a game. That was a game. I remember it very vividly. All right, so now we see Glue. Oh, interesting. Okay, so a bit of respect put on the Theezy's name here, making sure that the Glue is banned this time around. All right, rather interesting.
I do find it interesting that they take out the Glue, considering how they completely crushed that Glue in the entirety of Game 1. I
guess they recognize that there is some value, right? In terms of the way you zone your opponents, the way you actually get on top of them. Like, we did see, like, multiple dives in game number 1 where Tupai Esports actually pulled ahead of A8 Esports, especially when it comes down to proxying the waves, and especially if they need that extra 5th man. Glue was kind of slowing down A8 Esports from that retreat.
Do you think that in Game 2, Tupai Esports would switch up their priority in terms of their first 3 picks? Are we going to see that gold laner coming through first?
On red side? Let me think about this for a second. I don't think so. I definitely think that Tupai Esports is most likely going to save it for the second half of the draft. Then again, if they do want to change it up, they could within the first 2 picks, but it really depends on what this ban is here. And there we go. It's going to be Kaja. Tupai Esports could make a decision to actually ban out... actually, they don't need to ban out any openers here. Yeah, they can leave the Fredrin as well as the Valentina up.
The Joy is still also in the pool, you know. For these 2 teams.
It's a good ban. I would suggest that Tupai ban it because, again, Kaja has been response from A8, so they're expecting Tupai to either let it through or say no to it.
That is true. It also could be a double-edged sword, right, where you let the Joy through, but, well, you ban the Joy, but because there's no Kaja, now there's a bit more of that leeway for you to first pick something like a Claude, something like a Melissa for the side of Tupai. That's what we saw early on from A8 when they fought against GameLab. Tupai, they do ban out the Joy eventually.
Yep, I was expecting maybe Tupai was considering the route of, let's let Joy through, we pick up Franco for ourselves, so at least we have a guaranteed way of saying, hey, you have anti-CC, well guess what, I have a suppression, so it doesn't matter.
I guess the replacement for that could also be the Cho, which has shown up twice on the side of
yeah, but that's the thing. Cho's timing is way harder.
It's way harder.
It's way harder to Bloody Hunt, where it's like, no matter anytime, anywhere, one button, I lock you down.
But A8 has that first pick. See if they would go for the Fredrin again. It has been a big priority pick for A8.
Yeah, especially for Fondir. Like, you know.
One of the few XP laners that runs the Fredrin, you know.
Look, I feel like he just does not care. He's just like, I'll play anything. I'll fight you with anything, bro. Take me on. Oh, we do see a Kadita this time around. An Kadita opener from A8 Esports. That's interesting.
And it doesn't really reveal anything to Tupai Esports, right? This Kadita can still be a flex, and it still opens up the Fredrin and the Cho at the same time. Now the question is, does Tupai Esports, well, since they went for Martis, we're not going to see the Fredrin anymore. Not
Well,
for Tupai at least.
Well, to be fair, I will admit that Tupai Esports a little bit more of an early game type of team, considering the way that they fight so early on. They like to actually go for these big coin flips at the end of the day. So, I mean, anything to actually help out with that coin flip in the earlier stages. Yep,
There
makes
it
sense.
is.
There it is. You called it.
Yeah, without the Kaja, I think they just feel so much more comfortable with the Claude. Yeah.
I mean, I feel like a lot of Malaysians like to go with the Claude. Just Swiss Army knife, man. Swiss Army knife. Just blind pick it. See what A8 Esports returns with. If so, you pick up the Valentina if you see an artillery mage. If not, yep, A8 is the one who's going to pick it up.
And they've already done preparation, right? With the Valentina, it doesn't matter if Tupai Esports picks the E for the Farsa, you already have an answer to it. You have two answers, in fact, the Valentina and the Kadita.
Very true, but I do think that Yves is going to be better just because of the fat shield that you get on that real world manipulation, and that's pretty much it, unless they want to force A8 Esports into picking up a Franco to stop it entirely, or just try and kill her. So yeah, we do see the Yuzong. They are inciting Tupai Esports. Yeah, please, pick up a Farsa. I don't think it's going to be a good idea, but hey, you could try.
And even if... I think Tupai Esports, they don't have much of a choice right now, right, for their mid lane. I guess there's a farmist, but it doesn't really matter too much. A8 Esports can just blow through that Cult Altar.
Well, here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. Actually, I do think that no matter what mid lane you pick, it's really tough. Because when you're looking at Valentina, it's like, okay, she steals my ult. No big deal. Big whoop, right? How do you minimize her value? Pick something with a less powerful ultimate. Black Shoes, for example, from someone along the line, from Lilia, that's the one. I was thinking Melissa, and I was like, why couldn't I get it? But with something like Lilia, you lose a lot of value. The Valentina loses a lot of value, but then Kadita comes in as a support position, which is basically the hard counter to something like Lilia. So that's why it's really, really tough for Tupai Esports to predetermine what exactly do I put in this mid lane.
Even then, there's a Yuzong, right? He's like the third layer to what A8 Esports bring to this. If you have a Claude that can dip in and out of battles, but if Kadita cannot reach you, Yuzong can.
Yeah, and worse yet, oh, you know what? I'm just going to lock in the Xavier. Yuzong has another target to actually jump on pretty safely. And I think, A8 Esports, focus on those mages, just punch it in.
It feels like it's a very tough position for Tupai Esports. You have the Lapu Lapu, you have the Martis, sure, but these prolonged fights just... It's a gold mine for a Yuzong.
It really is a gold mine. And, we'll see how it'll end up at the end of the day. I think that Tupai Esports... Oh, what other mages is actually worth considering? Lunox, I think, would be super safe. Yeah.
Probably the safest pick right now. Yves has been removed by A8.
Don't think that was necessary. They got rid of artillery mages. Dude, I think they're going to play carry again.
They could.
They could get carry. Brody's already gone. Wanwan's missing. Is there anything else? Irithel? Irithel is not a bad shout. At least she can outrun the Lapu Lapu. Does it matter against someone like Claude? Maybe. There's some good burst, but Brody's already missing, so...
Probably set up... Does this set up for like a Melissa or a Moskov?
I think that Melissa is going to struggle. Mainly because the anti-CC coming both from the Bravest Fighter of Lapu Lapu, and just it's Martyrs things, man. That Decimate just goes right through it.
Yeah, Tupai Esports double down. We see the Julian. Most likely, yeah, this is a Julian mid for sure.
I love it. That's really smart from Tupai. They're running out of options, and I think Julian is one of the few options that actually is beneficial, because Valentina's like,
what do I steal, right?
Yeah, give me your side. Man, it's just not worth it. So
and it's not empowered. She doesn't empower it.
Exactly. So it's really, really weak. So most of the time we will see Lapu ult? Yeah, probably Lapu ult, right? Probably the stealing because it's a morph. You're able to transform and get all the abilities as well.
So if you steal Lapu's ult, you use it, you get access to his entire kit.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it's that good. Same goes for Yuzong. As long as it has the keyword morph in it, you can open your game and check it out. They are all categorized. So that's rather interesting. I kind of like where this is going. Bit of brains going into both sides, but A8 Esports, I'm curious to see what they want to get, because Tupai, it's all about like running and diving at people. It's like fight.
Doubling down. Game 1, they did it, but they realized that they needed a bit more.
They needed
a bit more.
They needed way more. Did they take Grok here? No.
Okay, Cho and Leslie.
Okay, okay.
This is a Cho jungle, 100%.
Who knows? It could be Kadena jungle.
Hey man, Leslie jungle, you know, like
Leslie jungle. Oh.
I thought that A8 would also double down on diving backline with like a Ling or Hayabusa, but I guess when you see like a Martis and a Lapu Lapu, it's just not worth it.
Yeah, it really isn't, and I think it's good that they decided not to go with the tank. They have something like A8 Esports is leading into Tupai saying, hey, you want to fight, we want to fight, but we also want to have like a decent composition. So we'll make a couple of exceptions here.
How do you feel about this, Leslie?
How do I feel about this, Leslie? Pretty terrible. I would have expected it to be carry, but hey, when you have a full dive composition like what Tupai Esports has right now, I would make an argument that it's worth going Irithel just so that you have access to sprint. Like, you're gonna get attacked so fast.
I guess we can expect an even scrappier game 2 from these two teams.
Definitely. I think this is gonna be by far the bloodiest game of the night.
Tupai Esports basically ready to rumble. Game 1 didn't really affect them. Again, right, A8 Esports might have won game 1, but it wasn't the cleanest win. It was just a bloody game where Tupai Esports couldn't hold on long enough. But at the end of the day, you can see that A8 Esports were also equally bruised.
I mean, it's King of the Hill this time in the lower brackets, round 2, match number 4 with A8 on match point on the blue side with Tupai on the red. I want to see where the first fight is going to break out here, because again, mid lane is going to be really tough to maintain control over as Julian as well as the Kufra. But if you look at the bottom side, Fondir has priority until level 4, and that's when Latizi is going to look for that all-in. Top side, whoa! Mitsuno is taking a boatload of damage. What happened to him?
And that was without Kesu showing up also, right?
And he catches the recall! Oh no!
Oh boy. He might die from this. Well, we'll check back in a bit. But Tupai Esports was able to get at least the Wanderer. But yeah, Real Mitsuno, he is out of here. And he even used the sprint.
Hey, yo, what happened? What happened to his lane? Now the rest of the team is actually getting in on that orange buff.
It's gonna be a 3 versus 2. Dodo coming in for the pincer. Kesu is the target. Jace doesn't get the orange buff, also steals it away. Now gains access to the ultimate. Watch out for Tupai. Jace using the Ashura, the CC ability.
Oh!
He's gonna get out, but not Jeff Hardy though. 2 quick kills, going over to 8. Jace also falls. Why did you even go back?
Wow. Well played to Kesu. That was the sickest timing for a Petrify. Like, the enhanced sights were about to come out when Kesu clutches it with a Petrify, gets on out of there, and also gets the kill on Alfonso. That has got to hurt.
A8 were ready for a scrappy match. Contrary to game 1 where Tupai started off with 3 kills, now it's A8 got the first 3. RP getting pressured, but he is fearless. He is taking on this Claude. He's coming in, trying to get the kill, goes in. Of course, able to find that trade and make it out with his life.
Beautiful, beautifully done. They're willing to sacrifice it. Never mind, they might actually not sacrifice this though.
And, well, A8 gets the turtle, and they take care of the Julian again.
Yep, solving problems left, right, and center. So far, pretty good for the side of A8 Esports. They're not, they're not getting too bloodlust heavy for Tupai Esports. It feels like Tupai is the one who's trying to be the aggressors here. A8, on the other hand, are just responding accordingly.
And it feels like for A8, at the same time, they understood that Tupai wants to be aggressive. So they're just baiting Tupai into these fights. Why is Kesu there? Nobody knows. What do you do? I mean, if you are the Claude.
I've never seen a hostage situation in real life until just now. Oh my goodness, Jeff Hardy!
Hey, his health bar just disappeared. Now they're showing up, get the kick. They're just gonna dive this! Oh my goodness!
I feel like this is just one big scam, right? You get blackmailed the first time for this hostage situation. You send in your first payment, and A8 is like, nah, this ain't the first payment. Where's the second one? Where's the third one? Give me all of them.
Honestly,
watch all of it apparently. But down on bot side, at least Tupai Esports are making sure that they maintain the initiative, right? They get the gold back, just a bit of gold, but at the end of the day, it's the EXP deficit which is hurting them.
If you're in the position of Real Mitsuno, you are having an incredibly rough time, and then you have this random Cho just cutting through that mid lane, and there's no way to stop him.
Hey yo, Jeff Hardy's already on Ozil.
He still shumples away. Fondia just flies in from afar. We say that this will be a bloody game. Definitely is living up to the expectations. Now Fondia in a 1 versus 3. He is healthy. His passive is healing him back up. Tupai Esports helping him gain health. And at the end of that, well, guess what? Ozzy was the one who got the purple buff.
Yeah, I do feel that... Wait, hold on. They get the Petrified full combo? Is he alive?
Still alive for now. Kesu knocked up by the chains. But no kills.
No kills so far. They even flicker in for it. He tried to bait it out, but Jace ends up dying.
Look at Richie. What is this game? And this claw shows up, but not where you want to be.
I can't.
Well, all of that was happening, by the way. This Leslie is having a fantastic time.
Yeah, she's free farming that top side. Dude,
Jeff.
This is like 2 weeks ago. This is like 2 weeks ago when A8 Esports was playing. They're having a good time.
They were. They definitely are enjoying themselves.
Oh my god. What else is next? What else is next on this movie,
This is the closest that we'll get to Era 404's game.
Yeah, this really is, but it's happening to Tupai Esports. But the picks aren't too weird, all right?
Yeah.
I'll give it to A8 Esports. There are a couple of outliers, but it's not the end of the world. Oh, Zil, don't tell me. Oh, no.
Gets the kick. Jay straight back, right into the hands of Kesu. He's gonna get terrified. RP's casually picking up that kill. Can they at least get Ozil? They get Kezu. Tupai was finding the kill for themselves. Dodo forward, knock up onto Ozil. She shunt pulls to safety. Bottom tier 1 goes down. Ozil, don't do it, don't do it. Jeff Hardy jumps onto him. Ozil still shunt pulls away this time. Finally punished. But they might lose Jeff Hardy though. RP.
Block it! Block it! Oh my god.
Dodo doing a great job. And well, Fondia is in that brush. I mean, this is what Tupai Esports wants to do to A8, but A8 just strikes first. And Fondia, why are you underneath the inhibitor?
Yo! What? A8, stop it! Stop it! The ego's on this guy!
They learned from GameLab, 100%.
Bro, I'm telling you, Fondir, he is rising up to be one of my favorite players in this tournament. He just does not care. He has no self-awareness, never even needed. He got the kill, job done. Jeff Hardy coming in.
Tries to look for Richie, doesn't find it. Ozil is level 10. And Jeff Hardy is gonna be the target. He is dead. Easy flickers forward. Both XP laners do not care about their lives. But it's Fondia getting the kill now. Dodo is on the run. Someone blocked those bullets. Ozil gets the knockup. Dodo goes down.
Oh, this is spiraling out of control.
Imagine
13-5, but the goal lead is only 3K.
7 minutes. We have 18 kills in 7 minutes.
Oh my god.
Richie!
Oh no, Richie catches him. He's got the decimate. He can technically chase this if he wants to, but he's just gonna let him go. Oh wait, no, he's got Kisu on the other side!
Goodness.
The hostage situation is turning into Stockholm Syndrome.
Well, at least Jay's got the turtle, but can they get out? Jeff Hardy, good knockout, couldn't get the ult off. Look at Ozil, he's having fun. In the back line, sees Ladizi showing up. TZ using that ultimate, goes in, hits no one. Fondia, he is healing up.
Yeah, he's doing fine.
And while that was happening, bot tier 2 just went down.
Look, this feels like the spin-off episode, right? We got the main canon happening, but the spin-off episodes are getting hella cash right now. 5K, in a matter of fact.
Well, at least A8 Esports learned something from that GameLab series. It is to do basically what GameLab did to them. Easy. No, they just get feared back. He runs away. Kesu finds the kill. Ozil once more gets out. Richie does go down. Tupai Esports popping conceal, but they just cannot chase.
Well, yeah, Jeff Hardy honestly has been the most consistent player so far. Now that he's off of Kadita and on this Kufra, he is disrespectful. He knows how to counter-engage.
Get the tier 1. Jeff Hardy doesn't have the Tyrant's Revenge. Oh, this Tupai Esports finally found something.
Hey man, 23 kills in 8 minutes, you know? Breaking records here, breaking records.
Definitely.
I love
it. 5K goal advantage in favor of A8. Finally, some breathing room. 40 seconds until Lord spawns. Well, Turtle actually.
Yeah, for the Turtle.
For Turtle.
Yeah, it's good that both teams finally decided, okay, stretch our hands, Let's go for the reset, and let's see whether Tupai Esports can actually take control of the main cannon, because the side stories, the spin-off stories from A8 Esports are doing a phenomenal job here. And this time, they brought in the man, the myth, the legend, Fondir himself to ensure. They even utilize Arfi's ult, so they know he's by himself. What? Where did his HP go? Where's his life?
Almost got 3-shotted. And meanwhile, Petrify onto Dodo. He's gonna flicker into Kesu, but thankfully his team is there. And what happened to Lapu Lapu?
He's gone. He did not get his second skill off in time after the
Did he not
Brave
see
Spider.
what Arfi did to his teammate?
No, doesn't care. He's got damage, quote-unquote damage reduction if he casts it, so maybe he lives through the true damage. He's trying, man. He's trying to be part of the side story, but unfortunately, he needs to stick to the main cannon.
There it is, Lord, initiated by A8. I feel like the only way for Tupai to have a chance if they somehow steal this Lord. But I fear for Jace. Yeah, Ozu is very, very aware. He's trying to bait out the Ashura, now finds the timing. Jace instantly petrified.
Oh my goodness, they're
Lord.
messing with him. Jeff already tries to make the play though.
Just gets 2-shotted by Arfi. And yeah, it's a 3-4-1. It's a 1-for-3.
Don't worry, 1 by 1. Now it's Letizi's turn, okay? 3 people down, Letizi, he's got this. I mean, clearly the 3 that failed just weren't as good as Lapu Lapu.
Look, if you want to, like, you can't let your lane opponent just ego you like that. You have to also be fearless. Oh wow, Ozu.
He tried.
Honestly, in what universe did the Claude think that he can survive that? You know?
Look, okay, to be fair, he still had Battle Mirror Image. Did he time it poorly? Kind of.
just waited a bit too long.
Waited a bit too long? No, I mean, Kesu doesn't have any abilities, right? Okay. At this point, we're just reacting to half the nonsense that's going on here.
Yeah, this is like what, 31 kills.
Yeah.
We have an average of 3 kills per minute.
It never ends. It never ends. I want to see how the main cannon is going to go. We've seen, okay, all 3 people jump in at once, didn't work. Send them in 1 by 1, didn't work either. So this time, let's see the side story as well as the main cannon come together for this base defense.
Jace, no.
That was an attempt. Oh!
There it is. Okay, finally the Claude does something. They get to the Arfi. Takes out the Leslie. Maybe there is a chance. Also getting the king. It's going to be Lapu Lapu in the fray. Completely destroyed by the Valentina.
It's still going.
Jeff gets a good knockback, but Dodo has ran out of health. Robitsuno, this Claude just doesn't have damage. He is trying. Fondia just challenges him. And yeah, Richie just walks on forward, gets the kill. And even through all of that, Tupai Esports still lost.
Yeah, I mean, look, at least they have an inhibitors. There's still a silver lining at the end of the day. They're about to lose an inhibitor.
Yeah, also he just got the Skyguard helmet. The Decimate takes care of him. Inhibitor still goes down.
Oh no, I thought they could at least save that. Okay, that's fair. I mean, they deserve that. All right, fair enough. But A8 Esports, they're just so far ahead. I mean, look at the items that they're...
Look at the Leslie item.
How does she have 11K?
I don't know.
I mean, she got... Okay, to be fair, when she was at, what?
Just 11 assists, by the way.
Yeah, 11 assists. I'm pretty sure she didn't have this many items when she had like 4 kills. How did this all turn around so quickly?
So she has 11 assists, she has 8 kills, and Fondia is just... Yeah, he sees this. Alright, my friend. Do it.
Call in the squad. He saw 2 people.
He's gonna see 3.
He's gonna see 3. He also saw the Martis earlier.
There we go, Fondia, let's go. It's a 1 versus 4. Yeah, now we know he can't do it on his own.
Fondir finally tells his team, okay guys, I can't 1v5. Maybe I can 1v4.
Maybe I can 1v4. Kesu out of there did force the Lapu Lapu's ult. Well, this Tupai Esports was able to buy some time. I say some time. I'm using that term very sparingly.
Well, let's see here, because right now A8 want to go for the all-out brawl main cannon.
Party dashes straight into Ozu. I mean, it is hard, right? You have 2 Petrifiers on the side of A8. Jace shows up.
Dude, Ozil just kicked Jeff Hardy. he just kicked Jeff Hardy right in the face. And I don't think Jeff Hardy is going to let... Oh, the conceal. Oh, this could be it. This could be the counter engage of a lifetime.
Arfi, he's in range. The flicker forward, finding Arfi, able to pin him down into a wall. Tupai finally pounces, but here comes Fondia. Big man is here. Big Black Dragon in the midst of things. Kesu finding the assassination, gets rid of Real Mitsuno, and it's Fondia and the rest of his team basically cleaning house. Well, they found Arfi at least, but they lose the whole team.
Yep, they've lost their entire team. They've just been setting up these fights to ensure Jeff Hardy tries his absolute hardest, but a complete wipeout here. Tupai Esports unfortunately have nobody left, and A8 Esports will be able to close this game out to move on to the next round. Well done as A8 Esports keep fighting for tournament lives.
Can I just say that we have a total of 43 kills, but the goal advantage is just 5,000.
Hey man, sometimes it's not about the objectives, it's about ego, it's about drive, it's about grind.
When you have 3 times the kill over your enemies, I'm pretty sure that's enough of an ego boost.
Absolutely, I mean look at them, the boys are happy, especially Fondu. He's such a cheery guy, he's becoming one of my favorite players because man does this guy just not care.
He definitely didn't care. 1v4, I mean he died 1v4.
He died 1v5, to be fair.
And did it again anyways.
Hey, look, he understood. 1v5,